aspetta, devo controllare se sono realmente in live e anche l'audio sound. Comunque io un certo Rocco me lo ricordo, Cinci, però boh. Poi ti facevo anche la battuta se era Rocco Siffredi, TS, eccetera. E comunque ne parliamo quando stacco dalla live, te ne parlo dopo, ok? In to speak. Da. Avete pazienza. No, ma tranquillo, mettici il tempo che vuoi. È il mio canale, chi si asciuga il canale. Non parte, la trasmissione. Ah, c'è. La mia voce? Perfetto. Anche la mia bella vociona si sente. Giustamente. Allora, mettiamo questo qua, quell'altro là. Adesso lo appoggio qui. Oh, allora, dovevamo rimetti l'altra volta che stavo cazzeggiando in cercare di capire a cosa servisse quell'altro. Tranquillo, a modo tuo. Ah, devo premere. Ha ragione anche lui. A cosa servisse come lo posso chiamare? Una specie di porta dell'aldilà col teschio di una capra dall'altra parte. Per andare poi a scoprire. Allora, quelli li ho eliminati? Sì. Ok, dovrebbe essere a posto. Cioè, quella.
The gate is open. Open.
Oh, it's open.
There is no such thing as
Ma cazzo
victory
devo passare?
when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill her. Yet. It will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
Perché non va? Perché non ci passa? Sei scema? Perché non posso? What? No. Cioè posso salire da qua ma non posso scendere. Bellissimo. Ah! Perché la live si è spostata così? Ah. Devo fare l'immagine per il canale per quando entro in live, perché non è possibile che ogni volta mi mette l'immagine di un altro gioco. Abbiamo aperto la porta malefica. Ah, mi ha bloccato di nuovo questa strada. Comunque forse proverò a fare una speedrun di Little Nightmare 2. Adesso mi allenerò un po', ma probabilmente la faremo. Dannato mostro. camminare.
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
Molto scuro qua. È bloccato. Forse devo passare dall'altra parte. Tralala. Tralala. Devo salire. Qua. Ah, ma lì c'è una... Ci posso arrivare da qua? Forse sì. No, è bloccato. Beh. Allora. Se non è da questa parte. Ah. Whatever.
Speak to me, Druth. Tell me
Addirittura.
a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why.
Non sia qua.
Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth. The man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
Ah, aspetta. I cricetti girano nella ruota, ragazzi, aspettate. Infatti è un pochino arrugginita. Si sente con i cricettini. Da qua mi sfracello come una bellezza proprio. Sì. Allora. Perfetto.
Broken. The gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me.
Palord.
I'm still here. Are you too? Where are we? I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you. I see you now. You led me to the wilds. You trapped me there.
They're winning. Stand up straight, Becky. Get up. She's going to die.
Ah, sbagliato. Abbiate pazienza, non sono molto abituato a sto gioco.
And ignore the pain. He's down. Finish it. He's behind you.
ready yet. You won.
There's too many.
Find a good position.
She will die. She will die. End it.
End it now.
This is nearly the end. Behind you. You won. You're stronger than me. Focus now. You can do this. Focus. Focus.
Stop it! Focus!
It's the only way. I never beat you in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
The mark of Valravan. One of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory, bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights, the nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for Druth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
Sbloccato un archivement. Maestro dell'illusione. Master of Illusion. Ah. Sto notando che lagheggia un po' il gioco. Cioè, più che altro la voce sembrava un po'... Sarà la mia idea. Graficamente è veramente un bel gioco, Sono ancora un po' seghetta nel combattimento, però...
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness. and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Aspetta, qua sono arrivato, quindi... Ups. Ah, non posso... Posso salire da qua, ma non posso scendere. Ah... Interessante. No, devo fare proprio il giro dall'altra parte. Più che altro mi mancava questo da leggere.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice.
Ma cazzo.
He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself.
Fortuna che c'è i grossi polmoni sta tipo. Le piume del tipo. Abbiamo spiumato.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And there she saw them. Elusive, shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. The trees, the mountains, caves. I wonder, can you see the faces too? They're there, if you look for them.
Senua. Mother.
Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galina. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over her. She misses her so much.
Minchia. Difficile ricordarsi tutta la strada, eh? Non male che sa poco c'ho una buona memoria.
She's scared. No one cares. She finished him.
Ma ti distruggo la vita.
They're surrounding her. Behind you. Behind you. Finish this.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Finish this. Watch out. Sight's got out. I'm stronger than you. Defend yourself. Stop them. Surprise him. You can do it. You're close. Look behind. Get out of the way! Come this far, she just die.
She needs to go back.
Whoa.
It won't open.
Why won't it open?
Why won't it open?
There's another challenge.
She hasn't challenged Cert.
Search.
Ok.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. Bet you weren't expecting that.
Da mucca. Oh.
Surt, the fire giant has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
C'ha brutta tosse, tipo. Penso che sia
She
qua.
found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. Was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness,
Senua,
the Northmen.
we each walk these lands, gazing towards different horizons. Some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Ma lordo! No, forse non è qua che devo andare.
Finish this! End it now! She's got her sword. Prepare yourself. Attack! Behind you. Too slow. It's nearly over. Finish it.
I can still smell it.
The sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now. You can hear the rooms. Can you hear them? Find the rooms.
Screams will help you. Screams. Follow the screams. Screams.
You can hear the rooms.
Can you hear them?
Find the rooms.
Focus.
The rooms.
Screams will help you. Screams.
The path to Helheim is sealed to the living. But you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened. When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others.
I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of?
I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Stop them! Take him down behind you!
She's so weak, she's so weak. They can see you're weak.
Get up, quick! Get up! Now, finish it! Finish it! Strike it! Finish it.
Ah, ne voglio altri. Allora. Cazzo è che devo andare? Mi sono scordato se... sono arrivato qui. Ok, forse devo aprire la porta.
When you see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Fuoco. Devo passare di qua.
It's there. Focus.
Va, lordo.
Run for your life! Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
What's happening? Where's the fire gone? Where's it gone?
The fire's disappeared.
The fire. Surt is through there. For you. He's waiting for her. You can't get through. How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Truth said, find your own path.
There's always another way.
Find another path. There's always a way.
Find your own way.
You just have to find it. Surt is waiting for you.
It was never going to be that easy.
He's waiting.
Surt is waiting for
Can't
you.
get through. Find him.
The pyre.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Sceso da lì, quindi devo passare di qua.
Another gate. Another gate.
She needs to find it.
Another fire sacrifice.
Another fire
Another
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Un attimo, però l'audio in sé, le voci ok, effetti sonori, questo lo abbasso un po', che mi sta rincoglionendo, e già sono abbastanza rincoglionito di mio, ragazzi. Allora, grafica dovrebbe essere molto alta, no, molto alta, ok, a posto.
It's too far.
She'll never find it.
Non è che mi cambiate le impostazioni, avete pazienza? No.
Never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
Cazzo ci salgo.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Cazzo ci salgo, scusa. Ah.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes. But they just screamed like helpless pigs.
Malocco. Ma mica sei morta? No. Seriamente?
She's going to die. She's still. Now, you have to run. Tell me. I know you.
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me.
I am alone.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Oh.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day. The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Ma questi sono semplici. Diciamo che te li segnala, quindi... Ah. Whoa, 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 whoa.
say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the ground!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
Ah. Tutto distrutto, tutta gente è morta, che... Capito che i vichinghi... Però... Insomma...
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Oh, ecco devo fare.
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
È l'ultimo. Che lo segno qua. Fin qua sta andando tutto abbastanza facile, dai. Alla fine ti aiuta, ti dice guarda che qua c'è il simbolo, una volta che ti giri vedi presso a poco una forma. Perché le braccia quando sulla scala sono così strane? Cioè, c'è la piega strana, cioè. Aspetta, no. Beh? Ah, ogni volta mi blocco, penso che di dover osservare la porta.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness, then so can you. Ran, Senua! Ran! Ran! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop me! Run, Senua! Run! 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 Run, Senua! Through the fire! Head down and
Don't. She's dying. It's him.
Ah, balordo. Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from here.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spill the blood of Surt and take his mark, and I will cheer you from the underworld and forever be in your debt.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
every battle won, a greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I
it.
die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have. To find your answers. Your quest. The truth.
Archivement sbloccato, estinto. Ragazzi, spero vi stiate divertendo perché mi sto divertendo.
Truth was a troubled man. A scholar turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds. To my world. Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. If his tales of hell were true, then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him, until she too could see what he saw.
Minchia, ha preso come poveraccio. O poveraccia.
Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before. And she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
With the mark of Valravan and the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Ho detto un attimo di pazienza, mi fa male la mano sinistra perché a furia di rimanere bloccata col tasto per correre.
Why is she waiting?
Don't
Open the
open
gate.
the
No,
gate.
don't. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't. She's done it.
Perché non volevano?
It's so dark. It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross into hell. May cross.
calma.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Damien!
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came. Through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home.
No!
They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering, worse than death. And you wanted to surrender, abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
Dopo quello che mi è successo, sei serio?
The gods made you a warrior for a reason. It's your calling. Why suffer the past when there is a new road ahead? The only one that makes any sense.
You can do this. Take it. Get him down. Behind you.
Haha.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another church.
Whoa. È grosso. Molto grosso.
Get up quickly. It's not over. It's not over. Anticipate the moves. Behind you! Behind you! Use your sword. Use your strength. You can do it. You can do it. You're close.
Nessuno vuole giocare con me. ci sento odore di stronzucci.
The journey to Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to Hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to Hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Che non si vede una cippa proprio. E non voglio usare una brutta parola, ma proprio non si vede un cazzo. L'ho detto. Ah. Questo è interessante, questo è nuovo. Ok. che mi manca? Qual è l'ultimo simbolo che mi manca? Si capisce. Se devo salire qua. Ah. Ok. Scusa, ma... Se andrebbe da questa parte, no? Sì. Devo andare. Tanto. Perché ci sono. Oh.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stop. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
Ok.
The gate is opening.
Wow.
Who is it?
It's coming.
That song again.
Is it? Is it? Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it.
She's scared. She's scared.
Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Beh, un colpo gliel'ho dato.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts, and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself. because there's no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. You failed. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. Dare.
Minchia.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It is real. Listen to it.
She can't give up.
Dillian. It's
Not like this.
It can't be. It's not real. It is real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead. Who are you? Maybe this
Do you still believe in me, Senua?
No, it's not. It's a trick. She knows he's here. It's a trick. He's already dead. You know he's here. He can't be here. It's impossible. Dillian.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it.
Minchia. È messa maluccio,
There it is. You're imagining things. It's Dillian. He's gone. You were too slow. How could you? Keep going. How could you? Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you it was to trick you. I told you. Where are you going? There's nothing to follow. Come on.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's Inbel made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
It's already disappeared.
Nothing lives here, not even you.
It's pointless.
It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind. There's the truth.
There he was,
Where is it?
the lone figure of a boy.
He's there, under the tree.
Sword play under the shade of a tree.
See him. Come on, you have to.
She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted, and for the first time in years she felt a ray of hope.
You have to keep Dillian going. You keep going. He's
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Non posso andare? Ah.
What is it? It's too loud. Don't go too close.
Devo per forza scendere là sotto e andare da quella parte. Non avevo sbagliato. Pure sembrava uguale a... Aspetta, sto guardando una cosa.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
It's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real. Do you really think it's real? You want to believe it's real, but it's a trick. You're deluded. Where are you going? Where is she going? What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world in bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it.
È
Just like he
felice.
does.
Stava sorridendo.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one?
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillion? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
The light by the tree. Can you see him? You want to believe it.
Is he
It's
there?
not real.
Is he there?
You're alone in these mountains.
Is that Dillion? Nothing lives here.
You won't survive. You met him by the tree.
She met him by the tree.
Maybe it's a sign, the tree.
What's he trying to tell you?
He's waiting for you by the tree.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood. Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
Minchia, teschi addirittura, che è?
Take it. A sword. Take it. Dillion left it for you. Take it. Take it. Take it. Don't take it. It's a trick. It's a trick. It's empty. It's coming from there. And there. Where's it coming from? She's done something.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard.
Go to the shards.
What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
It's in front of you.
Find it.
The metal. The runes.
You need that sword.
Go to the shard.
Find the shards.
Ok, andiamo a fare le prove.
Where is it?
Find it. There it is.
Focus.
There's the shard. Focus.
Focus.
Use your eyes. Look.
Get closer.
What can you see?
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place.
Where are we? Where is she? It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
I can feel the dead in the air. You can feel the dead. Why would Dillian do this?
Turn back.
Why would he bring her
Aspetta un
here? It's
attimo.
not safe here. Why would he do something so dangerous? It can't be Dillian. He would never bring her
Bene.
here. Dillian would never do that. He would never risk her life. He cares about her too much.
Don't go in there.
Go in. You have to go in.
Take the torch.
It's too dark. Take it. This will help you.
Careful.
You have to be able to see.
Who's there? Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
There he is. There he is. Dillian.
There he is.
Finally.
Found him.
What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me?
How did you let him go again?
Just wait there. I'll find you.
How could you?
Find him. You have to find him.
This is your mission. Find him.
You have to use everything you have and find him. Get him back.
He was just there. How could you lose him? How could she lose him?
How could she? Find him.
I'll find him.
What's that? Did you hear that? Nothing. Was that voices?
Is that his voice?
Don't
or
touch the
voice?
walls.
You don't know what they might do.
Turn back.
She has to keep going.
It's not safe here.
She has to keep going.
If you go down there, no one can save you.
It's too scary.
Find another way. It's not working.
You have to use your mind. Where can you go?
You're failing. Find another way.
Think. Focus. Use your mind.
Where's he gone? He's disappeared. You
Look.
let him slip through your fingers once again.
Think clearly. You have to find another way. There has to be another way.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
Oh.
I can hear him.
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
He's going to save you. Find the voice. Find him. You don't recognize it?
Don't doubt yourself. You'll never find it.
She doesn't recognize it.
Yes, you do. You know why.
She doesn't.
Listen for his. It's not him. It's not him.
We told you. We told you it was a trick.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian. What's happening?
Quiet.
It's not him.
He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him.
That's not Dillian. That doesn't sound like Dillian. It sounds like something more dangerous. What's in there? What's in there? What is it? A secret room. There are bars. How do you get in there? How does she get?
That voice. It's not Dillian.
Find a way. There has to be a way. Find a way. There's always a way. Don't stop now. Don't give up now. Find a way. You're too close to stop. What's in there?
Dillian wants me to face my fears.
Eh? Che sta successo? È crashato il gioco. No, non ci credo. Dai. Oh, Gesù Cristo. Cioè, ma io non ci credo. Ma seriamente? Ma come cazzo fai a fare una stronzata del genere che crasha il gioco così di botto? Oh, porca vacca, oh. Boh, speriamo che abbia salvato, finché che non mi devo rifare tutto il cazzo. No. No, cioè seriamente.
Don't go in there.
Non ci credo.
You're told to go in. Take the torch. It's too dark. Take it.
Ma vaffanculo, va. Ma andate a fare in culo.
Who's there?
Who's there? No, sroga tua.
Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
There he is. There he is. Dillian, there he is. Finally.
You found him. What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me?
How did you let him go again?
Just wait there. I'll find you.
How could you? Find him. You have to find him. This is your mission. Find him. You have to use everything you have
Che
and find him.
stronzi
Get
che
him back.
sono.
He's just there. How could you lose him? How could she lose him? How could she? Find him.
Però così non si può
I'll
vedere.
find him.
What's that? Did you hear that?
Don't touch the walls.
You don't know what they might do.
Turn back.
She has to keep going.
It's not safe here.
She has to keep going.
If you go down there, no one can save you.
It's too scary.
I can hear him.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
It's not him. It's not him. We told you. We told you it was a trick.
Se mi crasha di nuovo, giuro che vado del sito della Microsoft di panna parolacce.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian
What's
anymore.
Tutto
happening?
posso sopportare, ma questo no.
He wants me to find him.
Che
I'm lost
cazzo.
without him.
That's not Dillian.
That doesn't sound like Dillian.
Non mi ha neanche salvato la
Secret. That
bastardi.
voice. It's not Dillian.
There's no way in.
Find a way.
There has to be a way.
Find a way.
There's always a way.
Don't stop now. Don't give up now. Find a way.
You're too close to stop. What's in there?
Se mi
Dillian wants me
crasha.
to face my fears.
Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chieftain's son.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal.
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No!
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods. Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving!
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
Mentre per due c'è una mezza laggata.
It's done.
You did it.
But there's more.
Keep going.
There's more.
You're tired, but you have to keep going.
There's still more.
There's always more to do.
It's not going to be easy.
You're getting tired. Can you do another one? It's too much. Have you got the energy?
She hasn't got the energy.
No. Too much to do.
Ho sbagliato. Dannazione. Ma
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good, and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Wow.
What does it see?
Get closer.
It's dangerous.
Don't go near it.
Don't go there.
Don't go too close.
Don't go to the mask.
You don't know what will happen if you touch it. You need to see what the mask sees. Stay back. Don't touch it.
You're curious.
Be careful.
It's not safe. Where are we?
What is this?
It's the same.
Different.
It's another world.
Figo.
It's lighter.
It's nicer. I like
The bridge.
It's not broken.
It's fixed.
What happened?
The bridge is fixed.
Let's cross it.
Allora ragazzi, io mi fermo qua e ci sentiamo al prossimo gameplay. Probabilmente lo finiremo domani questo gioco, spero, se tutto va bene. Quindi buon fine serata e buonanotte a tutti. Oddio, good night. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.